It's almost like I don't care anymore.
Okay. What is your age, Malati ji?
78.
Okay. So I'll be telling all of you how to do the mirror work correctly, and how you are supposed to take out these emotions. There are so many emotions right now, inside of you, all of you, in fact. And right now, within the span of just 40 minutes or 1 hour or 1.5 hours will not be suffice to do all the inner work with everybody. But I'm going to share everything with you, whatever I have gone through and how I came out of the mirror work and what is the right way of doing the mirror work. So if you all do this mirror work, whosoever is here listening to me, if you all do that inner work, that mirror work will help you come out of this situation where you are right now, where you hate yourself, where there's a self-loathing and there's a self-hatred, there is non-acceptance of your body, your emotions, your physicality. So once you start doing that, you will be able to understand that you are much more than the body. Yeah. So
but I must tell you, Sharoo, my mother-in-law was a super woman. Okay. And we had a very, very good relationship. We used to laugh together, and and she also would say, Ma, you got to dress well when you go out, people are coming, so go and get dressed and things like that. My husband was the same. He was like a soulmate to me. But still, when my husband was alive, yes, I used to dress up well and everything. Now he has passed away 2 years ago. That I don't feel the need, even though I want to.
That's what, Malti ji, that is what the problem here today is, because we always attach our happiness to the presence of somebody else's appearance, somebody else's presence and absence. The same thing used to happen to my mom also when I lost my dad 2 years back. So she stopped, wearing good clothes. She stopped taking care of her own body. She stopped doing everything, and then I had to make her understand that you are alive. You are still alive. Your kids are still alive here in front of you. And you have to live your life the way the dad expected you to do. Because we cannot stop living. Yes, that feeling of grief is there. That feeling of absence is always there. But the thing is, we cannot stop living our lives. So there was a time when my father-in-law had passed away. So my mother-in-law did not let me put a bindi on my face here at that time. I used to get very irritated because I was just, it was just 2 or 3 years of my marriage. She did not let me put bangles. She did not let me put, because at that time I was not into meditation, and I was not doing all these inner works. So I used to feel very angry with her. I used to feel, why is she doing with me? Because my husband is alive and I want to put bindi. I want to I want to dress up. I want to dress up nicely. Why does she want that I should be like, I should also wear white clothes, and I should also keep grieving for the death of the father-in-law? Not that I did not have any compassion for her, but I felt bad that my husband is alive. Why doesn't she, but today I understand her, because today I understand that she was also going through so much of pain and suffering. This loneliness was actually eating her up, and she did not want that, if she was going through something, she wanted that the other person should also go through the same, so that she might feel a feeling of companionship. So, but at that time, during those years, I used to feel very angry. I used to feel very upset whenever she used to do that. So what I'm trying to tell you today, I tell my mother, and thankfully through the meditation, these 2 years, she's been meditating a lot, and I have seen a lot of changes in her, and she is of the same age as you are, Malti ji. She's also 75. So now she dresses up. Not that she doesn't, now she dresses up, she knows that dad is there happy. So we have to do everything for ourselves. Sometimes we cannot attach our happiness with a particular person, that okay, if the person is alive, then only I will dress up. If the person is not there, I will not dress up. Or I will not do what I want to do. I will not eat that food what my husband used to eat, because that will remind me of his absence. No, celebrate. Celebrate each and every moment. That's what I tell my mother all the time. You have to celebrate every moment here today, because you will not get this opportunity. Learn every day today. Change yourself every day today. Change your thinking. Love yourself as much as you can. The more you will love your body, the more you will come into a beautiful body in the next incarnation. The more you will loathe your body, the more you will come into that incarnation with that kind of a body. That challenge will always be sticking to you, which you will not like. So Malti ji, it is my humble request to you. You're just like my mom. It's my humble request to you. Dress up. Go get dressed. Live your own life. Do what you feel like doing. Don't lose yourself. Don't hate yourself. Yeah?
Okay.
Thank you, Malti ji. Thank you so much for the experience. Thank you so much for sharing this. And I seriously bow down to everyone whosoever is coming and sharing their experiences, because I know it is coming from a lot of pain. It's coming from a lot of pain. That is and it takes a lot of courage to actually, share everything that you are sharing today. So thank you, Maltiji. Thank you so much. Yes, Luja. Is that Luja? If I'm pronouncing the word correctly, is that Luja? Okay, so you had raised your hand. Okay. Okay, so it was a beautiful experience sharing by Malti ji and Sharda ji, and I'm really thankful to each one of you who are listening here and listening to their experiences. It really takes a lot of guts, really takes a lot of courage. So now I'm coming back to the basic thing, mirror work, that I'm going to share with you is, when we talk about mirror work, I'm going to share my experience with all of you. And I'm going to share those chapters of my life which I think I have not shared with anybody up till now except my mother. I've not shared those chapters with anyone. So because it is very necessary that when I am sharing something, when I am sharing any practice with all of you, it is very necessary that I should have implemented that in my life. And I'm really happy that whatever I implement, I share that to people. I don't fake it, or I don't just read the books and give it to you. So today also, as far as the mirror work is concerned, I'm going to tell you each and everything about my life and how the mirror work helped me come out, and what was the right way of doing the mirror work, and how the angels also helped me in doing the mirror work, and why was the need for me to do the mirror work. So probably there will be so many of you who will resonate with me, and so many of you will also feel that pain. So when we talk about mirror work, it is one level up than the self love. So I think all of you here know that mirror work was being coined by a beautiful, inspirational, and motivational teacher, Louis L. Hay. She was the one who introduced this. And she introduced this because she wanted each one of us to get in touch with our inner self. Because the more we are in touch with our inner self, the more will we be able to develop self love. The more will we be able to develop self care. And when the self love and self care is being, developed, then more meaningful relationships also develop. Because if we are able to love ourselves, then only the relationships where we have the relationships that we have, we will be able to bring beauty in that relationship, otherwise not. So but problem that we face, I'm not just talking about the women over here, but the men also. The problem that we face is that we feel very uneasy when we are in front of the mirror. Most of the times we are very uneasy, we feel very uncomfortable, even looking at ourselves in the mirror. Now, why does this happen? Why do we feel so uneasy before the mirror? It's because, whenever we see in front of the mirror, whenever we stand in front of the mirror, our inner judge, the inner critic, it just comes out. It starts judging your inner critic starts judging your eyes, your smile, your cheeks, your bones, your crow feet, your wrinkles, and your freckles, your pimples, everything. And when the inner critic is there, and suppose if you're not compassionate enough with yourself, then trust me, this inner critic is going to actually make your life topsy-turvy. Because if you start listening to this inner critic all the time, every time that you come face to face with yourself in the mirror, this inner critic will actually make your life hell. Secondly, why are we scared of looking into the mirror is because if we start gauging and we start gazing into the mirror, when we start looking ourselves into the eyes of our own selves, it starts bringing those neglected and vulnerable things from our body, from the feelings, the emotions that were being neglected when we were being neglected. So those vulnerabilities, they start surfacing at that time, and then which we are very scared of. We are very scared of those things. We don't want to see them. Now I'll share with you my experience, that what exactly happened and why did it happen. So yesterday, when I was listening to Madhumita, and there was something that you know that touched my heart, because and there was something that shook me from inside, because I think, including her, I think everybody, all the women today, they have gone through this traumatic experience, be it in their childhood, be it when they were the teenagers, be it when they were in the college, or when they were in the adulthood. So each one of us has gone through very bad patches in our lives. Most of us, maybe 80-85% people, 80-85% women today. But the only thing is that we don't have the strength to talk about it. So the same thing happened with me. So at that time, when I was in the college, and I was being badly molested by my neighbor. It was a bad molestation, and then I was again being molested very badly by one of my relatives. Now at that time my dad was in forces, and he used to change the base, so he had to go places, so he was not much with us. So my mother used to be there, and she, being the housewife, because of the societal conditioning, because of so many conditioning that today we have, so she used to get scared. She just told me to shun my emotions inside and feelings inside, thinking that if people will get to know, then what will and how will my life would be. Yeah, and I did that. I just shoved it off in my subconscious level. I just put it inside of me, and I stopped thinking that, okay, I am this, somebody did something. But what happened was, after some time, there was this wound that was there, which started affecting my relationship. So this wound was like, I started hating the touch of people, not just the men, but women as well. I, s- I used to have this feeling of hatred towards I used to have this aversion towards my body. And whenever I used to stand in front of the mirror, I could not even stand for 1 second because I used to loathe my body. And I still remember how I used to curse my body and how I used to harm my body with so many things. I used to hurt my body with so many things because I used to feel that, oh my God, there's something wrong with my body. That is why these things happened with me. So this wound was getting very heavy inside of me, and I could not understand what was the reason, what was happening to me. And so much so that when I got married also, apart from the other challenges that in the marriage I was facing, apart from the emotional, the other challenges, there was another challenge that I was facing was my relationship with my husband. because because I never wanted to be intimate with anybody because I thought nobody is going to come to me to love me. Everybody's here to just for their lust and just to quench their desires. So that was the thing that was here stuck. That was the thing that was here stuck with me, and I could not have a normal relationship. So that was something that was troubling a lot. There were hours together that when I used to cry. There were hours together when I used to think about these things, that why are these things happening to me. I think everybody over here resonates with that, because you also ask, probably if you have gone through this experience, you always ask this question, why me? Like Madhumita said yesterday, why me? So I was questioning myself, why me? And then there were other tantrums that were being thrown at me. There were so many things that were happening. So I am grateful to meditation. When I started meditating, when I started reading the books, I got to know that no, I need to heal myself first. What am I doing to my body? What am I doing to myself? Am I not supposed to heal myself? What will I be able to give to other people if I'm completely empty from inside? If there is nothing but only hatred and loathing from inside. So that was the time when I started reading Louis L. Hay. I started reading her books, and the mirror work was also one of the things that she had written. She has written a book, on the mirror work, how to do the mirror work. So I took the essence of that book, and I started making my own practice, because no matter how many books you read, trust me, friends, mirror work is your baby. This is the baby that you have to make through your own pains and the experiences that you have gone through. You can just read the book, you can just understand the gist of it, the essence of what she's saying, but you have to ultimately make your own mirror work practice. That's what I did. So today what you are seeing here is a lot of work that I did on myself. Today what you feel here, that we feel, some people come and say that we feel very calm when we are with you. It was all because of the work that I did. I was not like this. Trust me, I used to hate myself. Trust me, I was full of anger and hatred to this entire world who was doing so much bad to me. Not just those men at that time, but all the women around me. So I lost trust completely in every female, every male. I completely lost trust in everybody. So now, how I made my mirror work, how I started my mirror work. So first of all, what I used to do was three things that I did. First, I used to stand in front of the mirror for 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. I used to look into my eyes. So there were three sentences that I started doing. One was, I forgive them. And in them, I started bringing one by one each one of them who had done wrong with me. Because these were the core wounds that I had in my inner child inside of me, so I had to communicate with myself as a friend. I did not see myself in the mirror as Sharoo. I saw myself as a best friend who's just listening to me and who needs my compassion and who will listen to me and who will give me love back. So I started conversing with myself as a best friend, and I started saying and reliving all those moments and memories that were deep inside of me, and I used to cry for hours together in front of the mirror. And I let them, I just released them, and I liberated myself from that pain one by one by one. So first sentence was when I used was I forgive them. So in them I meant everybody. So I started working on one person at a time, one episode, one traumatic memory at a time. Then secondly, I forgive myself. Why I wanted to forgive myself? Because all these years I had loathed myself, my body, my physical body, my emotional body, my mental body. I hated myself because I used to feel the imprints somewhere. So I hated myself to the core. So I wanted to forgive myself for not being gentle. I wanted to forgive myself for not being compassionate too much towards myself. I wanted to forgive myself for not being understanding myself. That was the second sentence. And the third sentence was an affirmation. The third sentence was an affirmation. The affirmation, trust me, friends, the affirmation are not just the sentences, they are the prayers that have to come from your heart and from your soul. And this is what I did. I created my own affirmations. And how I used to do it was that I used to make it a point that they were very positive. There should not be any negative connotation. Not even a word not should be there. For example, if you will say that I will not be mean to myself, although it has a positive connotation where you are saying that I don't want to be mean to myself, but because that word not is coming into that, so it gives a negative connotation to it also. So rather than saying that, you can just say that I will treat myself in a more kinder way. I'll treat myself with kindness. So there should not be any word like not in your affirmation. So that was the third thing that I started doing. So this practice, at least for 10 minutes, I used to stand in front of the mirror and I used to do this exercise no matter what. I used to lock the door, I used to be in the washroom. No matter how much I had to cry, I cried. But I did come out of it. It was not an easy task. Today, also, whenever I have to take any session, also, I sit in front of the mirror and I practice because I want to be in alignment with my soul, with myself. I ask myself, Sharoo, do you want to improve in this? I talk to myself. And then there are angels who have always been there, who have been holding my hand like my parents, like anybody, any guide can do, who have not ever, ever left me, ever. And I'm really grateful to them for doing that. Because at that time, during my darker period of time, when they were not there, when there was nobody, no friend, no parents, nobody was there with me. And I was groping with this, in the dark, and I was alone at that time. They were the first ones who showed me the ray of light and hope, that you are beautiful. So today, what you see, if you would have seen me 11 years or 12 years back, you would not have recognized me. That is this me? Is this Sharoo we are talking about? So I think everybody goes through this experience, and in fact, when we talk about this experience, even the men go through a lot of experiences. I know so many men who have also been through such traumatic experiences, and most of the men, because they are conditioned to perceive their stoicism, whatever stoic personality they have, they perceive that as something, as a true measure of manliness. What happens is they start confusing it with the stoicism with their emotional repression. They start repressing their emotions. And trust me, more than women, men need more reassurance. Men need more compassion, because they lack compassion completely. They lack that understanding. And there is where we come. Without any rhyme or reason, nobody has, nobody, it's like, it just, when we talk about men, why do we always say that, okay, get that guy married to a woman, his life will be sorted? Why? Because women have that power, that patience, that strength, that compassion that these people lack. That is why Mother Earth is also called a Janani, and we are also called a Janani, because we are the creators. And we have to respect that. I could not respect it at that time. And I do regret sometimes. But now I don't, because I've done that. I've been practicing this. I've been doing this inner work, and I know I have come out of it. It's been 10, 11 years now. Now I will tell you how to start your morning routine with lots of love. All of you, whosoever is going through so much, like Sharda ji or Malati ji, you all are there, and you have been feeling this since I told you that you have to practice this as your own practice. So sit today, start making these few sentences. That what are the sentences that you have to, say every day? When I start my morning routine, I always start with my morning routine with a gratitude ritual that I do. And I know that everybody knows here what is a gratitude ritual. So you have to do that gratitude ritual when you open your eyes, and then you have to affirm to yourself that you are here alive. You just say to yourself that all is well, and today I have the time to do everything that I want to do. Then start certain affirmations, say certain affirmations, any affirmation. And trust me, friends, when we are saying the affirmations, we need to feel that affirmation in your body, mind, and soul. Because there's so many people who come to me and who say that, Sharoo, we have been affirming for so many years and nothing has happened. Nothing has happened because we do not put our feelings and emotions into those affirmations. We do not feel them. So when you are saying the affirmations, sit with those affirmations and meditate with those affirmations for just a few minutes, and let it sink in your cells, in your membranes, in your muscles, in every part of your body, in every cell that you have. Let it seep in, let it sink inside that. Then the affirmations are going to work. After that, when you are ready to get up, go to the bathroom, go to the washroom, Look into the mirror. Look just deep into the mirror in your eyes. Smile. Okay? And then say whatever you have to. If you see pain in your eyes, just be there. Just don't focus on anything at that time. You are with yourself at that time. You want to be with yourself at that time. Just speak to your eyes, just speak to yourself, and just because whenever we say the eyes are the gateway to your soul, speak to your eyes. Just tell your eyes, what is it that is bothering you? And even if at that time you are completely emotionally charged, that is okay. Even if it is a morning time, that is okay. You just have to let it go. If you're feeling like crying, you're feeling like, you want to yell at yourself, you want to yell at those people who have done something wrong with you, if you want to yell at anybody, do that in that washroom. But just do not, do not just focus in your eyes. Your eyes should be the only focus, that's all. You will see that you will start feeling after 5 or 6 minutes, your face will start changing in the mirror, and there will be so many things that will be coming in the mirror. You will see that, you will feel that. I have seen that, how the things change, how the mirror reflection changes, how everything changes, how the memories come back, how the inner child, you will see your inner child wounded. You will see the wounds of your inner child, where they actually are. But then for that, you have to have patience, persistence, and perseverance. And with that, you have to look into the mirror for a while. Chahe 10 minutes, chahe 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever time you want to take, you take that time. And once this process is over, the next thing that you have to do is you have to compliment yourself, and you will say, I love you so much. I love you for coming out of this. I love you for being here with me. I love you for this beautiful smile. I love you for this beautiful body. I love you for this beautiful eyes. I love you for letting me enter into my soul. I love you because I love you. Even if nobody does, I love you. So this is mirror work. And this is the right way of doing the mirror work. Trust me, if you start doing this mirror work from today, 1 year later, you will come to me and tell me that, Sharoo, I feel a lot of difference in myself. You'll feel a lot of difference in yourself, lot of difference. Now I'm going to start with a meditation. So there is it's kind of a few sentences that I'm going to say to you in this meditation, and then you have to do it. Or otherwise also, if your soul is telling you to do something else, if you want to do some other process, if you want to say, speak, and talk to your soul, you want to cry, you want to howl, you want to do anything, you can do that in during these moments, during these meditative moments. And do not hold yourself back. I request you again, do not hold yourself back. Let this process happen for at least 15 to 20 minutes. We all are here holding each other's hand. We all are here for each other. So do not do not even worry about anything. So are we ready for the meditation? Because after that, there will be an experience sharing session. And I would love to hear all of you And I would love to hear that everybody says, speaks something here today after this process. And trust me, friends, this is not just a half an hour or 40 minutes process. I can't do it in a session. I similarly tomorrow, since it is an inner child healing session, it is going to be tomorrow and it's going to be very intense, but I cannot do it in just half an hour, 40 minutes. I can just give you a gist of what it is. I can just give you an understanding. I can take you to the inner child, your inner child, but that is all. Rest, it is all up to you. How you do these sessions later on, how you make these a habit in your life, that is all up to you. Yeah. So we will sit for meditation for a few minutes, for 15-20 minutes, and I want you to do this process. And if at all your soul wants to do something else, and so you have a different kind of a conversation with the soul, that is okay. Do not force your soul to do something that the soul does not want to do. So either be with your music, be with the meditation, go with the music, and uh, just be with your soul. But if you will do this, it will also give you a little bit of opening towards, or the beginning of your mirror work. If you start doing what if you will follow my words and my voice. So please drink a little bit of water if you have, because this session is going to take at least 15 to 20 minutes. And because this is a process, I would need and I would request all of you to drink some water. Starting with the music, just please let me know if the music is audible.
Yes, Sharoo. Yes, it is. It
Is
is
it too
audible.
loud? Is it okay?
No, it is perfect.
Is it okay?
It's perfect, Sharoo.
Okay,
Go ahead.
okay. Just a minute. I just have to. Okay. So I'm just saying few words, few sentences, and after that you can start meditating with it. You're standing in the corridor of life, and behind you, many doors have closed. These doors represent things you no longer do or say or think. Just ahead of you is an unending corridor of doors, each one opening to a new experience. As you move forward, see yourself opening the doors on wonderful experiences you would like to have to see yourself. Just see those doors opening. Are these opening to joy, to healing, to pain, to suffering, to prosperity, or to love? Or doors to compassion or forgiveness? Or are these doors to freedom, or to self worth, or to self esteem? It's all here in front of you. Which door will you open first? Trust that your inner guide is leading you in the ways that is best for you. No matter which door opens or which door closes, you're always safe. Just gently close your eyes now and look for these doors. Which door your soul wants to open, and which door the soul wants to close. Just be with yourself and be with this music. You are aware of that door. You know which door did you open. Slowly and gently take that emotion with you and start coming back into your physical awareness with the memory of that emotion, that feeling that you got when you opened that door. You know which door it was. Come back with that memory, with that feeling, with that emotion. And whenever you feel, whenever you want to come back to this physical awareness, you can do that with a beautiful smile on your face. And once you are here, just say, I love you. I actually do. I'm here for you. Always. Whenever you are ready, you can come back to this world. And once you come back, just say to yourself that I love you. I care for you. And I am always going to be there for you. And by saying that, you can open your eyes gently with a beautiful smile on your face. Hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful meditation. Although it was a short one,